Let's view some additional etiquette suggestions.
That's not a bad thing to say. I'm not gonna get offended by that at all. That's just common language. But other things related to etiquette, I think, um, if you could slow down when we're walking and look at me face to face, I would really appreciate that. Um, if I'm in line at a checkout somewhere and it takes me a little bit longer to pull out my card or get my money out to pay, I would really appreciate that if you'd wait for me, because a lot of times when I'm here in NIU, there have been some cases in which um, people didn't want to wait for me to get my wallet out of my pocket here, and sometimes it will be from the management. A lot of times I do, when I'm walking on my crutches, it takes me a little bit longer to walk than other people, and sometimes people go up ahead of me, and I kind of feel left out. That's one of the advantages of using my wheelchair. A lot of times, if I run into someone, I could ask them to give me a push, and that way I can talk with them. So that's kind of nice.
I got to run over here. Oh, can you please come step this way? Oh, God, oh, I said that wrong. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Did you see? Oh, and they're apologizing. They're spending more time going over the word that they said other than just carrying it out. I'm not going to fall apart if, you say something like, please walk this way, then I'm going to go into a trauma, a traumatic experience. And, oh, my God, they said that word that's taking me back. Those things don't happen.
I would tell other students to treat me like a person. First of all, don't be afraid to approach me for any reason. I'd rather people talk to me about my disability than go look it up on Google, because the internet can be misleading, whereas talking with another person, which I am, you gain valuable knowledge from that. And I'm not going to bite or be offended. A lot of people think that it's rude to talk to someone about their disability or about what is different. And I don't mind that at all, because that's making you aware, and it's also giving me a chance to talk about it, which not a lot of people, I never usually get that chance. No one asks. People are too afraid. Distracting the dog is a huge issue because it takes your focus off of what you're doing. For example, my dog, she's a guide dog, so I use her primarily for mobility. And if someone's going to distract her, say if I'm trying to cross the street and they're talking to her, she's not going to be able to guide me safely because she'll be focused on that other person. So that's why I have a sign on her harness saying, please ignore the dog. I always find it amazing when a kid tells their parents, usually an adult will be like, oh, look, so-and-so, there's a dog in the store. Like, they'll point it out before their kid notices it. And I've seen kids that have said to their parents, Mom or Dad, that's a working dog. You can't touch it or pet it. And that blows my mind when, a kid tells their parent, hey, you're not supposed to be doing that. Ignore them. So I guess it really depends on who I'm with at the time. Sometimes I have, say if I'm in Chicago, for example, and I'm on an L train and someone is petting my dog, I'll have my friend tell the person not to pet my dog, because if I tell them, the person will be like, well, you can see, why do you have a dog then? So that creates more of a scene. So I'll ask my friend to tell someone, hey, don't pet the dog, they're working right now.
The first, I think, that I would hope would be on everyone's list, both the provider and the cared for, would be empathy. And that's hugely important. It's not just understanding what something is. In other words, that someone has this or someone is this, right? Empathy really is the ability to participate with someone in their feelings or their experiences. And so I would hope that in empathy, providers would be really able to participate in my experience, both by learning of it and helping to me to understand what I'm going through. So I would hope that empathy would be the first on everyone's list.
Even if I did have a seizure in front of them, don't pity me. Just make sure I'm okay, and then okay, if she's not, help me, of course, please. But then just treat me like I'm a normal person. I have likes and dislikes just like anybody else. I want to finish school, and I love to have fun just like anybody else. So I want to be treated just like they would.
Some people will assume that you need help and won't even say anything. And for example, I remember going to a class present for Think First, and the lady that met me at the door to lead me to the classroom just didn't say anything, got behind me and started pushing the wheelchair. I'm like, oh boy. And I tried to explain to her, I'm like, no, I could do it myself. No, I haven't. I'm like, no, I haven't. Again, educational moments. From my experience, I like to try to really teach people and that etiquette on a daily basis, because many people don't know. And, they may inadvertently offend somebody else without meaning to.
They'll know the golden rule, right? Or like in politics, to treat other people as if they would want to be treated themselves. So if a person wants to interact with me, they'll simply recognize that I can't hear.